The National Evaluation Policy Implementation Framework was launched at the Temple Trees under the patronage of President Ranil Wickremesinghe.
This is a need of Sri Lanka which we should have fulfilled earlier. The evaluation policy we will implement, and it certainly is a useful tool to bring discipline into the system. While you all were working on the national evaluation policy, we took a decision to certainly analyze the spendings in the 10 largest spending ministries. The results that are coming out will show what has happened. I mean, basically, it's not encouraging at all. We have fallen back. I wanted the reports being presented to Cabinet to be available in all 3 languages when it will be presented to Parliament. While we have done the national evaluation policy, what all our work has shown in the last year, the assessment, is actually one big void in our system. The absence of national policy. National policy should not change. But we had the practice when governments change, policies change, because there were 2 different strong viewpoints that were held. But now what has happened is when a minister changes, the policies change. So this is the biggest drawback we have. Then why do we commence these projects? What are policies? So we first have to decide, Parliament, not the government. We must try and agree on what are the basic principles. Let the basic principles be agreed on, and then get a national policy framework. Within that, policies can change from government to government, not from minister to minister. Or policies can stay on. But today, at the free market economy, we can't be changing policies as we like. We have to have consistent policies. The next step will be to look at the policies. Already, Parliament has appointed a committee which has given a report on national policies. The Cabinet has to discuss it. And looking at this experience, we'll have to take a new approach as to how policies are being made. The role of the Cabinet, the role of Parliament, and the role of execution. Then within these national policy frameworks, we can allow devolution to take place. One issue of devolution is that national policies have not been enacted by ministries, despite the fact that well over 30 odd years has passed. So we find this eternal conflict and the desire, the need to have the implementing agencies under the central ministry, when in fact with national policy you could achieve the same objective. Formulating national policy will be important, and starting after this budget, the government will focus on some of the key areas for national policy. I have asked the Minister of Foreign Affairs by end of the year to table a paper on the foreign policy of Sri Lanka. The Ministry of Defence will work next year on a long-term defence policy for Sri Lanka, and we are hoping that the other will also work with other ministries in producing the national policy framework.